What is Ozpin hiding from us?
No! Little Red, you are just determined to be the hero of Vale, aren't you?
Hello everybody and welcome back to One True Theory. I'm Party Guy Douglas and I'm here to bring you the latest and the greatest of what I think about the Rwby Volume 6 intro and its implications on the rest of Volume 6 as a whole. Now, you may be noticing that there's a little bit of a change from the usual formula. First off, I'm here live action in person and you're seeing all my crap everywhere. This is a change I want to implement with One True Theory from this point going on. Because although I really do appreciate that game theory, film theory, Gaijin Goomba style of video editing, where you have maybe like a little avatar, or like you literally build the video from the ground up, I think it might service me a little bit better, even if it's just a temporary change, to talk with you guys a little bit in person with One True Theory from now on. So, that's what I'm gonna do. And today we're talking about the Rwby Volume 6 intro. And although it had a lot of stuff in it, and a lot of stuff that if you're a Rooster Teeth First member has already been plenty spoiled for you, so you know some of the biggest, like, shockers that this volume is going to bring, there was a small segment that I wanted to bring to the attention. And don't worry, there's no spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen Episode 3 of Volume 6 in this episode. Everything I'm talking about is strictly going to be about everything that anyone can see right now. So, in the Volume 6 intro, there's a very short moment where we see a hooded figure traveling along in the more shady parts of Mistral, and we see Roman Torchwick's hat fly by. Now, a lot of people were taking that to think that that meant that that hooded figure was Neo, because we haven't seen her since the end of Volume 3 when she got Mary Poppins'd out to who knows where. However, it's been recently confirmed in Episode 2 that that hooded figure was Cinder, and those are clothes that she stole from a random village woman. So, I guess, at the minimum, that little scene could mean, well, Neo's coming for you. But I'd like to think that it means maybe something a little bit more. Something a little bit deeper. I think it means that Roman Torchwick is still alive. And I hate this because it seems like I'm just that guy who can't get over any character being dead in Rwby, because like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I put a theory out about Pyrrha still being alive. However, I think there's some credence to this theory. And let me just break it down for you. So the incident in question revolves around Roman and Neo fighting Rwby in episode 11 of Volume 3. And if you remember, Neo and Roman took that fight pretty handedly. Like, Rwby would have lost if she was not quick on her feet and got rid of Neo pretty quickly. Like, she would have just been destroyed. Afterwards, we see Roman Torchwick get eaten by a Griffin Grimm. And we later see that Griffin Grimm try to fight Rwby and get kicked down into the ship so hard that it causes a bunch of explosions to start happening around the ship. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Party Guy Douglas, you keep describing in deeper and deeper detail how Roman could not possibly be alive. How are you going to bring this back around? Well, I think getting eaten by that Griffin might have been the thing that saved Roman's life. Here are the two things that strike me out about that. One, we see Roman get eaten by the Griffin. That much is true. He's eaten whole, so that means he's not gonna, like, get chewed up or anything like that, especially since birds, especially even Grimm birds, Grimm bird-esque beings, don't really have teeth. So he didn't get grounded up, he didn't get chewed, he didn't get crushed to death. He's not getting digested in that Griffin's stomach, especially considering how quickly it got dispatched. But he now has basically a human shield all around him that's helping protect him from all of those explosions that are happening on the ship. And, along with that, if you remember, Roman Torchwick and Neo were also dominating the fight with Rwby. So that means Roman's aura, which we've also never seen dissipated, is still very much active and still very much alive. So once the Grimm that ate him, once that used up its usefulness being a human shield, Roman could just rely on his aura. And the last time we see this ship, we see it seemingly losing altitude and going to crash down onto Remnant. But from my looks of it, it looked like it was going to crash down into some of the more watery parts that connect to Vale, and specifically Beacon Academy, which means this ship is crashing down into water, and Roman Torchwick has not only one, but two things shielding him from suffering any damage in those explosions. Or even if he does suffer a little bit of damage in those explosions, he's still very much able to survive that. We've seen characters survive explosions all the time. Yang literally got blasted into oblivion in the food fight episode and crashed back down to Earth from seemingly a very high. And I don't think it's too ridiculous to think that Roman survived, especially since he was taking like the biggest, forgive me for this one, but beacon going down. So Neo would very easily be able to find where Roman crash landed. And let's be real here. We see the hat in the Season 6 intro. That means the hat's probably going to play some sort of relevance. I don't think they would show the hat specifically if Neo was the only person who was going to show up to take down Cinder. They would show one of the background characters looking back at Cinder as the hooded figure and having their eye color change and having a sly smirk on them. Maybe we would even see that stranger holding her parasol, but we wouldn't see Roman's hat. Not unless Roman was also there. And considering they're still in Mistral, and Mistral's like the safe haven for all criminal organizations ever, considering it's so massive, I don't think it's unrealistic to think that Roman and Neo went to Mistral to hide out for a while to get away from Salem and Cinder and all of that crap and nonsense, to just try to live and try to, do whatever it is. But I don't think either of them are beyond trying to get revenge. And although I know in my heart of hearts where Cinder's final moments truly stand, I hope Neo and Roman give Cinder the fight of her life. So, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that Roman Torchwick did miraculously survive getting eaten by the Griffin Grimm and crashing down to Earth in the Atlesian fleet ship? Or do you think I'm just full of hot air and I need to just accept some of these characters dying every once in a while? Put your thoughts down in the comments below, and in the meantime, remember, every video is a party, and you're all invited to the next one. Thank you. Have a good night.